how the professionals do it. How the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this, but in fact it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception.
Well, yeah, I
for
mean,
my
you don't go to the
60th
strip
birthday,
club with your friends.
but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself?
That's a good point.
But there's none of that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any rules, I'd be belching and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
That sounds about right.
No idea how I got so barbaric.
I can identify with the bald spot. Pressing music. We'll give this a few minutes, see if it's any good.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like
their ties look like they should
no matter what
be
lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am.
It's my useless observation.
The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell.
It's probably hungover from the strip
blame
club.
Everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them.
I wonder if I could
learned
play
a long time ago how to
soon.
drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning. Oh, okay. How am I gonna play this? How am I gonna play this character? Probably. He seems like he's a pretty straight shooter. Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Mr. Kendrick, the mayor. Bet he's already in there. Oh. 3. Well, at least they're not the blue pills.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark.
God,
Mayor
these
Rogers
no
enters
faces
every
are
room like
creepy
he
as
owns the
fuck.
place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You.
I was picturing a younger guy, to be honest. I don't know why.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings.
They
Soon
fucked
you
it
won't be able to
twice.
smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself.
Man, he looks super comfortable
I'm
on your
not
desk.
planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number.
That's kind of freaky
Mr.
looking.
Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Star?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Star.
Alright. Well, it looks like he was. Alright, let's do another day. Let's see. Let's check this out.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything.
Why does he have a
I
face
understood.
and nobody
Ghosts aren't
else
supposed
does?
to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Yeah. You know, I probably should be reading this, but I'm kind of just letting it stay on the screen long enough to pretend like I'm reading it.
in progress.
A good one. Not bad one. Okay, that should be. Go ahead and just send one. Pretty easy so far. Killing it, I think. I think I'm killing it. Sit back in the easy chair. That scared the shit out of me. Cool. What? Is it in SWAT? No, I gotta send him like good ones, I guess. I don't. Let's just do it. And the old lady. Then the old lady, she's got this. That's like fucking forever to get there. Assault. Alright, let's send you, Asana, and you, Austin.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
Oh, fuck.
311
Damn, this is, well, at least the civilians were dead. Fucking A. God bless. It's been a horrible day. Man, that's good. Everybody just sucks. I just want to fucking... Yancey, I lost my goddamn best one, Yancey. Yancey, God bless. That was my bad.
Used to be when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble. And
That was
crack
pretty cool.
wise.
Actually, that was
Nowadays,
nah,
he
man,
doesn't
that
have
wasn't
the
cool.
strength for it.
That
Slumped
somebody
shoulders,
died,
blank
but
stare,
it's kind of
wrinkled
fun,
skin.
kind of interesting.
The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer
That's
in an old Kipling story.
Because he has a
Kendrick
face.
isn't
That's
just
why you don't
crumbling under
recognize
the
him.
weight of
Nobody
the
else has a
public pressure.
face.
But from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
That's a good point, Jack.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And
Decisions,
one more thing, Jack.
decisions.
I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand.
Jesus, there's
Everyone
like
knows
no
the name, but few
break.
could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely
Can I
attends
save it?
social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in
Got a mullet?
poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, San pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple
Man,
years
this
ago, an
Jack
arms
guy
dealer
really
decided to
likes to
expand
talk.
its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks,
I mean,
San
it's
killed
interesting,
31
but
people, old men,
I kinda wanna
women,
do more of that
even a
other
few
stuff.
teenagers. And San's people made
you know,
sure every paper
getting people
reported
killed
it.
and
Frank,
being
I don't
shitty
wanna
at
hear
that
you
part of
say
the
that
game.
name again.
Jack, please listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Okay. Alright, it's a pretty cool game. Might play some more of it, I don't know. It seems interesting. It's very long-winded, but interesting premise, and the actual gameplay seems pretty cool. I know there's probably gonna be like managing crap and doing stuff to get money and balancing. You want to be corrupt and all that fun stuff. So I mean, it seems alright. I might play some more of it. I don't know. We'll see. But I guess I'm gonna sign out. So I will see you guys soon. Peace.